Hi everyone. So I've been working for like 2 days on on one of my crazy ideas. I probably should name my videos crazy idea number 1326, whatever. So I've done something and I really like it, and I'm going to show you how to make this on smaller scale for the demonstration, and then I will show you what I've done on a bigger scale. So I've picked 5 pages out of my excess paint notebook, whatever you can call it. Each time I have leftover paint, it goes here, and it's about time I start using it. So I've picked up 5 pages to work with, and you can take whatever painty papers you have. Where is the fifth? I had 5 of them and now I can see only 4, so I'll pick another one. You can for this larger scale, I've used a pattern paper I had in A4 size, and you can use again whatever you have, painty paper, scrapbook paper, whatever you feel like. Now I've picked in the same family of colors, but you can go for contrast. Basically you can do whatever you want and play with this thing. And I can't find the other page. I'll take this one, whatever. So smaller scale, I'm going to cut this pages in half, because an A4 is just it will take too much time. And here we go. So for this technique, which I'm going to call, I don't know, a quilt background, if you've got 5 painty papers or a scrapbook paper or whatever, then it's driving me crazy. Another one just vanished. I'm a magician. One, two, three. Oh my god. I'll be back. I'll find all my papers and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I've got the 5 pages, and if you've got 5 pages, you will need to have 5 more bases that on top of them will go the project. Now it's best to use something sturdy, not printer paper, although this one is printer paper, just yellow one, and I'm gonna risk it. I've got 2 blacks here and just some cardboard. I don't even know where it came from. And let's see if I can explain myself, because it is one of my crazy ideas. So 5 pages, put them one on top of each other. It's best to put some clips to hold it in place, and I'm going to start cutting shapes out of it. And if it's easier for you, you can, I'll take something more prominent so you will see what I'm talking about. If it's easier, you can plan ahead the shapes that you want. It doesn't have to be this kind of shapes. You can do whatever you want. You can this technique, you can, if you want a symmetrical, you can go whatever pleases you. The only thing is work slowly and keep track of the pieces you going to cut, and I will show you what I mean. I'm starting with the first shape like so, and Now I'm going to start gluing these pieces to the bases I've already prepared, and it will start to be clear in a minute when few pieces will turn next to each other. So here we go, first piece, like so. Moving to the next base, putting this piece. Here we go. Again. It's kind of tattered on the edges, but I don't care. This is just a base. Basically, I'm building from 5 pages, I'm building 5 new backgrounds that I will use for several projects. It's best when the 5 bases are the same size as your painty papers. That's why it was, at least when I've done the other project, and I will show you in a minute, it was easier to use an A4 because then I had other pieces that are A4 and it just was easier to place them and build on top. So first piece, and now I'm going to cut the second one. Again, doesn't really matter, but now that I need to put the second piece, I will not take the same from the same page. I will take another one like so. And now you can also decide if you want them completely merged with no line in between, or if you want to put it with a line. So this first one, I'm going to put no distance between the 2 pieces. I'm going to glue this down like so. But the next one I'm going to make with a little bit of distance and play on the black, and at the end you will see that you get an effect like stained glass because of the black in the background. And I'm taking another one, again not the same from the same page, you need to alternate between, and I can decide I want the brown of the paper to show or not to show. I'll do one like this and one without. Here we go. I'm not leaving here any space. I don't want the yellow to show here. And here is my next base. And as I said here, I'm not going to put any distance. Here the brown won't show. So I have one that will and one that don't. Again, same thing with the black. And then I'm continuing to take another piece. Now I'm just cutting freehand, don't really care. Now I've got 5 pieces, so I have enough to play with. And again, this one is here and this one is here, so I will move to the next piece. Here we go. just making sure that I don't repeat the same piece next to each other. And that's why I'm calling it quilt background, for lack of better description for this crazy idea. Here we go. More glue. Here we go. Next one. I think I'll do just one more piece so you can see how it's turning out, but then I'll move on to what I've already prepared. So again, let's see. One more piece. Just I am not planning, I'm just cutting the shapes. It could be a very beautiful landscape, and it can use as many things, which I'm gonna show you in a minute. Just as I said, I'm going to put this piece on all the bases and move on. Now it doesn't matter that I have here the yellow, and here I can, when it's dry, I can trim it and I can do whatever I want with it. Just taking 5 interesting pages and making them to 5 other interesting pages, unique pages. So here it is. That's how it's starting, and now I'm going to bring what I've done yesterday, and we'll continue. I'll be back. I'm back. So here we go. This is what I've done yesterday. These are from 5 pattern papers that I had, and I just went and done the same thing I showed you on this A4 from 5 A4 pattern paper on top of 5 A4 papers. Now I've made 2 on some cardboard, thick one, and I've got one here on black paper and one on this blue one, and as you can see there is only 4 because one of them I've already used. just so I can show you what I'm what can be done with this kind of all this trouble, what you can do with it. So you can punch it and make all kinds of tags, and you can do ATCs, and I just started them, they are not finished. You can try and stamp if you can't stamp it, if it doesn't work so well, then stamp whatever you want on white, one of the white layers of paper napkin. Take it out and let's demonstrate so you can see. I'm moving this aside. I've got here another one that I cut to the size of ATC, and let's see, let's take this heart out, not literally, and I'm taking a brush with a little bit of water, going around it and taking it out. Here we go. And again, glue. And very lightly and smoothly, just going over it, and as you can see, it just blends into the background. And if again you are not satisfied with how prominent it is, you can always, when it's dry, take a permanent marker and go over whatever you want to be more precise with your image, with your printed image. Here we go. So this is the beginning of an ATC. Here I've also inked around the edges. I think it brings everything together. And so this is it. Here I just put some stickers and inked around the edges. Now, these are what you can do in terms of, you cut your background and use it in pieces for several things. You can also punch flowers out of it. Just use your imagination. Now, here are what I've started, and these are already dry, and I just wanted to show you. Here I'm taking, this is a 3-inch circle punch, and let's bring it here. Unique background with that can be made to unique things. Here we go. I can leave it like this. I can make the lines more pronounced between all the pieces. Just taking a permanent marker. I'll take something wider. Like so. I can also play with it. I can add more lines. I can doodle. So it's endless. You can do whatever you want. I'm going around the shape with the permanent marker here instead of inking the edges with an ink pad and a makeup sponge. You can put words, you can put images, stickers, bling, go wild. Here we go. it's not visible enough. This one is also, let's see if I can do it. Yeah. So this is just the beginning, as I said, and you can do whatever you want with it. And of course now I can also I can take an ATC out of it, or a tag, whatever. You can use it as a background to greeting card or to an art journal page. You can even take strips out of it and play around. You can always cut and make another thing more interesting out of it. Cut and glue again. I can take all this and make it into stripes and again assemble it in another order. So I really like this thing and how it looks like a quilt, and I'm thinking that I'm gonna use one of these as a background, and I'm gonna make it into an art journal page. So let's see. I am thinking it needs more. I want to stamp it to add more interest. And what do I want as a focal image? You see, I haven't thought about it yet. I'm winging it just so you can see how you can use this. And I'm thinking now that I want all these lines more defined. So I'm going to take some permanent markers. Let's see, blue and green. Yeah, I'm thinking. Let's see. Let's see this one. Yeah. Okay, this is nice, but can hardly be seen. So let's go bold. Let's go with blue. Yeah. The surface is not quite smooth, so I need to watch it. Each time you glue down pieces of paper, there will be some wrinkles. I'm thinking of only doing part with this. Yeah. I'm leaving this without and I'm going to go over the edges also with the same permanent marker, just to tie everything in. I'm thinking I need some kind of tree here. So I'm going to think about what kind of tree I'm going to put here, and I'll be back in a minute. I'm back. So I wasn't sure what kind of tree, and it's not like I have a stencil for it, so I'm just, as you can see, I'm using a black marker permanent marker, and I'm just, I don't know, going with the flow and doing some kind of a silhouette of a tree. And it doesn't really matter. I just wanted a tree on this page. I think it goes well with this quilt background, and because it really looks like some kind of landscape in the background, so I'm using it to my advantage. Just adding where I think a branch needs to be. It doesn't really matter. And it's a very, very simple tree. Yeah, this is it. That's my very, very simple page with a little bit more complicated background, but I think it was worth it. So this is it. I hope you've enjoyed it, and thank you for watching. Thank you for leaving me comments below, and I'll be seeing you in my next video. Bye for now.